Good morning. It's 7:30 a.m. on Friday, April 11th. The rain has stopped temporarily. It's supposed to be picking up again around noon or 2 o'clock. Light rain. Let's hope it holds true with light rain. The initial plan was to go about 2.5 to 3 miles to the first shelter and just wait out the rain. Since it may not be raining, I'm going to try to push to the second shelter, which is 11.2 miles away. Little Laurel Shelter, I think it's called, and hole up there. That will get me further along, so my future days are not going to be so long. But it did rain last night, thunder and lightning for a little while at the beginning, and then just settled down to rain. But it's temporarily stopped. My tent's wet on the outside, but I've stayed dry and warm. Let me show you what I'm doing here as I pack up this morning and make my breakfast. I'm trying to stay under shelter as I have my breakfast. So I have my gear partially put away. Obviously my tent is still up. Things are soggy and wet. I put on some wet socks this morning. That's my toiletry stuff, toothbrush and all. I'll brush my teeth here shortly. I boiled my water for hot tea, oatmeal, and I had these little donuts. So that will be my breakfast. And then once I get all of this taken care of and put away, I'll go ahead and break down my tent and put it away wet. It's likely going to be pretty heavy since it is wet, but ready to get started today. It's 8:15 a.m., just heading out of camp. I'm the last one to leave. Machine has left already, and 62 has left already. We're all pushing for Laurel Creek Shelter, Little Laurel Creek Shelter, which is 11.2 miles away. Initially, we were thinking about holding up in the first shelter, which is only 3 miles away, to get out of the weather today because it's supposed to rain all day. Now, it did rain a good part of the night, and all of my gear stayed dry for the most part. The stuff that was wet from yesterday obviously was still wet, but my tent kept me dry, my sleeping bag, everything kept me warm. I slept really well, even during the thunder and lightning throughout the night. But I think the majority of it's passed us by, which is a good thing. So we should be good to get those 11 miles today, which is really what I want, because we want to get to Uncle Johnny's hostel in Irwin, Tennessee by Tuesday. And if we get 11 miles today, that will make for shorter days the next few days. Otherwise, it would have been longer. So it is going to rain later. It's supposed to be light rain, starting anywhere from noon to 2 o'clock, depending on whose weather app you look at. Although I've learned not to trust light as opposed to moderate, as opposed to heavy rain, because it always seems a lot harder out here than what is predicted. So anyway, it's going to be a good morning. Back on the trail. Again, it's 8:15. I was hoping to get out by 8:30, so I'm making good progress, and I should come upon both Machine and 62 here soon. And today's going to be like any other day in terms of climbing, about the same amount of elevation. So yesterday, I think we had 3,600 feet of elevation over 8.5 miles. I believe today we also have 3,600 feet of elevation over 11.5 miles. So it should be a little mellower climbing. Yesterday wasn't so bad, except for the rain. But yeah, it always looks eerie out here in the morning when you're hiking through this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my gloves on here and start making my way. We made it. All right, so he's a little behind. We made it to the shelter, and I'm gonna try to use the privy. Hopefully they have one.
It's not very good.
Okay, well.
There's bees and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, it's 9:50. This was that shelter that was about 2.53 miles away from my last camp spot. Took a while to get here. Looks like it's gonna remain overcast today. 62 still coming. He's going slow with his, he has a shin issue. He doesn't know what it is, but he's nursing that. Machine is out in front. And push on. So another 9.5 miles to where I'm heading. Have a good hike. All right, thank you. So it looks like it's going to remain overcast today. I don't know that this is going to burn off at all. There's anticipated rain later. Hopefully I can get really close to the shelter before the rain hits, so I don't have to spend a lot of time out in it. There are a good number of hikers out in front of me that could potentially duck into that shelter, but Just spoke to a gentleman back here. I've forgotten his trail name. He has a dog, pretty cool. Anyway, he tells me that he stayed at the shelter last night with them, and a lot of them are going to get off at a hostel about 5 miles up, and some of them are going to push 15 miles to the second shelter from this one. So I think that should be good for us. Machine's out ahead of me. He and I hopefully will get a spot in that shelter, and we'll be able to save one for 62. Hopefully 62 comes all the way and doesn't stop short. But if we can get this shelter in today before the heavy rain, we can dodge the rain. It's supposed to be super cold in the morning. There's a slight chance of snow. Hopefully that doesn't happen. It'll be nice to be under cover if it does happen. And then we can have fewer miles to go the next 3 or so days to get to Uncle Johnny's hostel in Erwin, Tennessee. That's where I'll be able to take the raft across the river to get to the other side in the trail, since the bridge is out. Apparently you stop at Uncle Johnny's and stay there, and then you head out the next day across the river. So that will be interesting to see, fun to film. And hopefully Gretel will have caught up to me by then. I'm missing him. Concerned for 62. Hopefully whatever's going on with him can heal itself without too much further pain. And I can have my hiking partners back, because I might be at it alone for a little while. Who knows? You know, that's what I came out here for to begin with, I guess. Never can expect to have partners. It makes it a heck of a lot easier for sure motivationally, and then also you know, when you get into town and resupply and all, helping each other out. Gretel and I, and 62 and Dodger for all that matter, very, very helpful to one another, picking up slack when one person was needing it. So yeah, it'll be nice to have them back, and hopefully I can get moving today before the rain hits, because I don't remember what time. It said 2 o'clock on my phone in the weather app, but on 62's he said 12 o'clock. So we'll see whose is right. Hopefully it doesn't happen at all, and if it does, hopefully it's just very light. I better check my map now. I haven't seen a blaze, but this is a well-established trail, and yeah, I would think I'm on the AT at this point. I'm not too far off if I did venture off in the wrong direction, but I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, there's a blaze up there. I was gonna say I'm gonna get off and check the map, but you may not be able to see it in the video, but on the tree up here, there's the blaze. Thankfully, they have these markers along the way, and the maps nowadays are amazing in terms of getting you right where you need to go. They'll tell you when you're off trail and not, so they've been very helpful. There's the blaze on the tree, and yeah, just plug on into the fog and mist, I guess. Maybe, maybe not. All right, so I made it to the Southern Cookie Lady. This is Peggy, the Southern Cookie Lady. Thank you so much. This is a beautiful home and beautiful area. So are these part of your property back here?
Yes. One was an artist studio, our building.
Okay.
This building is my husband's carpenter's workshop. He just finished it last year.
Very cool. This is just so cool. So are you the only ones back? It's 12:33. Something amazing just happened, and I should have put this on video sooner. I'm kind of mad that I didn't. The Southern Cookie Lady. This lady makes free cookies for hikers, and you swing in and you get free cookies. If you donate money to the public library that was destroyed by Hurricane Helene, she'll give you peach cobbler with ice cream, and that's what I got. And it was amazing. It was a complete surprise. She and her husband retired from Ohio. Her name is Peggy. I have a photo with her. And peanut butter cookies were amazing. They were free. And I got peach cobbler because I donated $10 to the public library along with Father Time, another hiker. But pouring down rain when I walked in here. Their property is beautiful. I took a photo of that. I just didn't get it on video like I thought I was going to, and I'm kind of mad at myself. But as you come off this trail right here, this is where I came from, there's this sign. And I saw this sign, and I was the first one off the trail. So I turned and walked towards the house, and she waved to me from the window, and she and her husband came out and introduced themselves. And I just started having cookies. And before you know it, another 4 hikers came in, and there are a number of hikers still coming. So That's just so amazing. These people out here are so cool. I'm heading back to the trail now, going to the next shelter, which is about 3.5 miles out. Blue Jean, a gentleman from Germany that I've hiked on and off with for quite a while as well, besides Gretel, is going to be joining me at the shelter along with 62 and Machine. And the others are going to a hostel here locally. So I might be able to get a spot at that shelter. Peggy, or the cookie lady, tells me that there's only been one other hiker through this morning besides these guys and myself. So I'm in good position. We'll see. I definitely want to get out of the rain. It's not raining at the moment, but I'm going to start a climb. And that was the best peach cobbler I've had. Just so good. The lady's super nice, and so I enjoyed myself. But I'm back at it, so I'll share at least some pictures. Just mad at myself for not having videotaped it, because that's something I wanted to do, and Peggy said that would be okay to do. I just got completely wrapped up in talking to her and the other hikers that I forgot to. It's 1:10 p.m. I'm about 2 miles out from the shelter. Anticipate getting there around 2. It said in the weather forecast that the rain was going to start around 2 p.m. I'm not trusting that for anything at this point. There have been 4 heavy downpours on and off throughout the day. Each one had hail involved, but there was no thunder and lightning, thank goodness. And so I anticipated it raining again on me before I get there. It'd be nice if it didn't, because then I'd dry out a little bit before I got there. But I want to correct myself from earlier. I said that I did not film the property for the cookie lady while I was there, and obviously that's not true. You've seen in this video that while I was there, I was doing a little bit of filming of the property, with their permission, of course. And so I don't know where my head's been at, but it's been a good day, even though it's been rainy and somewhat cold. You know, it's those little acts of kindness that just really kind of make your day. So that was definitely the highlight of my day, probably the highlight of this week so far. Such nice, kind people out here doing these kind things for us. And I appreciate it, and I know the other hikers do as well. But excited about getting to that shelter and securing a spot where I can stay dry tonight and not have to set up my wet tent, and start warming up a little bit. I'll start with some hot tea when I get there. But hopefully 62 is going to make it okay. I'm guessing he's quite a few, maybe 2 miles, 3 miles behind me. Just because of his injury that he's nursing, he's going a lot slower. So we'll see how it plays out. It's 2 p.m. This is the direction I came from. Looks like there's some people tented up above. But I made it to Little Laurel Shelter. I don't know if anybody's down here. I might be the first, I don't know. But it's still raining, sprinkly. Like the rain's let up quite a bit. And I was hoping to get here by 2, and I did. And that's even stopping at the cookie lady for 30 minutes. So I made good time today. And it rained a lot. Thankfully it was off and on. So let's see what it looks like on the inside. And yes, I am the first. So I get a coveted shelter spot, which I'm super excited about. It's small, but it will work. This is what it looks like from inside the shelter, Little Laurel Shelter. There's a privy down there, little picnic bench here. Looks like a fire pit. People just leave their trash. That's so bad. It's a tiny shelter, and it's an older shelter for sure. But yeah, I'm the first one here. Exciting. So guaranteed a spot, and hopefully 62 and Machine and some others will get here. I think Blue Jean, and there's somebody hiking with Blue Jean as well. So here we go. It's a little after 5 p.m. in Little Laurel Shelter. 62 is here now. And we have Blue Jean and then Mary, who's on a section hike, right? And so I've had my dinner, and
That's why you look so happy.
everyone else here is preparing their dinner.
Such a
And
nice.
Gretel just texted and said that he's gonna be catching up to us soon, which is a good thing. So we'll probably see him tomorrow or the next day. Good evening. Made it to Little Laurel Shelter. I think I've already said that. Today it was on and off again, raining and hail just about every time it rained. So that wasn't fun. But things are getting better. I think the rain is going to let up over the next few days, and it's going to start warming up. Let's hope so. Currently in my sleeping bag. It is early, but I'm just going to sit here and stay warm. Highlight of the day is that 62 made it into the shelter here. So he's here with me now. But there is also a secondary highlight, and that was meeting the cookie lady. The cookie lady's name is Peggy, and she, I think, says she has been doing it since 2014, and she's handed out over 14,000 cookies to hikers. That was a great stop. It was pouring down rain, but I got to get underneath her patio, and she and her husband were very nice people, and they have a beautiful property, which I'll share in this video as well. So have a good night, everybody. Tomorrow we're making more progress. It looks like Gretel's back on the trail, and hopefully will be joining us soon. So yeah, here's hoping that everybody gets healthier and feels better so that we can make some progress and make our way north. Thank you for following. Sunny D out.